This is honestly the type of video that you don't know how to do an intro. What am I talking about? What am I doing? I'm basically going to be showing you all the products that I've hit pan on. My previous video was obviously all of my eyeshadow palettes. I'll actually link that down below in the description box if you haven't seen it. And now, today, I'm going to be talking to you about all the products that I've hit pan on single eyeshadows, highlight, blush, bronzers and powders. Colourpop Flexitarian, right? If you've been with me for quite some time, you would have known that this is my highlighter. Well, it was. I don't use it as often anymore. And I have hit pan on 3 separate ones. Like, this is what really annoys me, is the fact that I have so many of these because I bulk bought them. I love this highlighter that much. I bulk bought it. Anytime it was on sale, I would have bought like 7, 8, 10 at a time, and I'm not even joking. The biggest regret of my life thus far. So I have so many Flexitarians, and I literally just lift them at random. So of course we've got a bit of pan showing in this one. Not so much this one, but there's a wee bit of pan showing up here. And then a lot of pan showing on this one. But it's just an absolutely stunning highlighter. It's got a really nice creamy texture to it. The colour of it kind of comes across as looking a bit more silver in the skin, but it's definitely like a really pale champagne-y beige type of colour. But these came out as of recently, and I don't actually know why they didn't do it sooner. It was a no-brainer because the formula is incredible. It's so good. So these are the Super Shock matte bronzers. This is in the shade Beachin, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And obviously with that formula, it's just foolproof. It's so beginner friendly. It's such a creamy yet buildable formula. It looks so even on the skin. It's stunning. And then back in the day, I took a notion for the Super Shock shadows, and I ended up collecting these. And I ended up collecting that many that I just didn't use them, and some of them, nearly most of them actually, ended up going off. They started to like, they just looked funny and they had to be binned, and then I gave some away, and I was like, yeah, we're over that, we're done with that, that's just absolutely ridiculous. But there was quite a few of them that I did use consistently, and obviously that shows because I hit pan on 4 of them. You can barely see that I've hit pan on this one because it's a really pale shade, but this okay. But it's called Ice Dream. So this wee type of shadow is really nice as a topper. As you can see, it's a white, but it has like a duochrome blue shift to it. It's absolutely beautiful, but it also has like a shift of pink to it. It kind of depends on what way you're looking at it. This one, again, I've only hit pan the tiniest wee bit on it, and it's Frog. It's actually like a really nice like pinky champagne-y type of colour, and this one was definitely a favourite. It's in the shade Fluffy, and it's just a really nice like antique bronze colour. Absolutely beautiful, extremely complimentary to just dust all over the lid if you're doing a smoky eye, bronzed look, whatever. I actually just hit pan on this product this morning actually, and I was like, oh, join the pile. So this is the cream bronzer from Revolution. It's their ultra cream bronzer in the shade Light. Very satisfying. Another wee cream bronzer. This is from Technique, and it is their bronzing base. I'm pretty sure that this is actually my second one of this. Is it? No. Was it the 17 one? Or the number? For this only being like a $5, this is fucking fantastic. It's definitely going to be a product that whenever I go through it, I'm going to repurchase it. After this video, I will probably bin this. This is from Tarte, and it's the Park Ave Princess Chisel. What is this? Chisel palette? So it's basically a contour and bronzer palette, but it also had a couple of like setting shades in it as well. I'm not too sure if these were actual bronzer shades, but I was actually able to like set my face with these 2 colours here. This shade here I didn't like, so I completely took it out. This shade here was too dark, never would have suited my skin tone, so I took it out. And I had been using these 2 shades just in between them, but I just kind of got bored. I just got bored of using like the same bronzer. Probably such a waste because obviously it's Tarte. It was a pricey palette, and I didn't really get that much use out of it, but oh well, we move. Be Perfect Cosmetics Sub-Zero Made by Mitchell palette. Well, it wasn't made by Mitchell then, he was just Mitchell. I loved this palette, as you can see. Can you tell? My Be Perfect Shapeshifter palette. this one here. Obviously it comes apart. We have two palettes here. This first one is a bronze and setting palette. So we have these bronzing shades and then we have two setting shades. Obviously, as you can see, this is like a common thing whenever it comes to like bronzing palettes, and I kind of feel like it's the same with everybody. When it comes to obviously face palettes, there's maybe only going to be certain shades in that palette that's going to suit your skin tone. Like for example, I actually wasn't able to use these two, so I actually took them completely out of the palette. But as you can see, I went through this bronzer here and I'm making my way through this one. This next one here is the blush and highlight palette. I've only hit pan the tiniest wee bit on the highlighter, but we'll get there. It's a work in progress. I hit freaking pan on my Dior highlighter palette. But this palette, it's so good, I would definitely repurchase it. And this one here, as you can see, is the one I've hit pan on. So powder. This is the wee setting powder that I have been using consistently as of recently, and it is from the brand ZC, and this is the wee one that's in collaboration with the British Museum, hence the Egyptian type of packaging. And I've just been using this like every day, whether I'm filming or not filming. That's usually what I do whenever it comes to pressed powders. I'll take one and I'll use it consistently until it's completely done. It's like mascaras or eyebrow products. Also hit pan on the Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundation. So this is actually one that I would use to set my face with, like the outer perimeter. Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is the Sunstalker Instant Warm Bronzer. Now this is in the shade In the Sun, and I never use this. I don't actually know how I've managed to actually hit pan on it. I think whenever my sister comes over from Manchester, this is the bronzer. If she's using my makeup, this is what she'll use. I do not see myself using this in the future, even just to use it up, because it's not my colour. It's definitely a bronzer. Like, look at that. Where is it? Like, where is it even on my finger? It's far too pale for me. So it is. Whenever I was actually buying this, I bought this in the Sephora in Poland, and I actually thought it was a pressed powder. That's why I bought like the lightest one, because I was like, why are they all so dark? And then I thought it was because Rihanna's black. I was like, why are they all so dark? Silly little Caucasian girl. So I bought the lightest one thinking this is obviously bound to be like suit me. I thought it was literally just like a setting powder, but no, bronzer. Morphe and Havana Grey bronzer. Definitely one of my favourites. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to repurchase this because I think this is discontinued, but there's other Morphe bronzers that I have in my collection. You know, I think it's the Glama Bronze. They're just like big bronzers that are very similar to this, but this is just an absolutely beautiful bronzer. It is so nice. As well as this one, this is the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. If I can get it open, I will always have this bronzer in my makeup collection. This is a repurchase actually. I've went through quite a few of these and it's so good. It's just such a really go-to bronzer. Definitely, I would say if I was getting married, this would be my bronzer. I would say in the next couple of weeks, month maybe, I'm probably going to be able to put this in my makeup empties for the end of the year. We have a wee highlight, and this is from e.l.f. I don't think you can get this highlighter anymore. This is their Moonlight Glow highlighter. The formula is very like the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows, because it has that like really movable, like bouncy, spongy texture. But as you can see in the centre, we've hit the pan the tiniest wee bit. And actually the colour of this is very similar to Colourpop Flexi-Turn as well, only it's a wee bit more pink. Barbie and Colourpop, because they're so big, it's so hard to hit pan on these products, but see, when you do, you feel some sort of way, you feel so accomplished, and then it just motivates you to just get it used up. Be Perfect Cosmetics and Get Wet highlighter. As you can see, it's a really pale highlight, so you can barely see maybe that I've hit pan. I've hit pan quite a bit actually. MAC Whisper of Guilt. I actually only hit pan on this maybe about a month ago, a couple months ago maybe. So yeah, we're getting there. We have another bronzer, and this is actually one of my favourite bronzers at the minute, and this is also the quickest I have hit pan on a bronzer. This is the Grays Bronzed Bish bronzer, and I take the shade Pop in Portugal. Out of all of these products, I only have one wee lonesome blush, I do not know what it is, but I can literally go through highlights, bronzers, face palettes, like setting powders, anything, and I will be able to hit pan. But see, whenever it comes to blush, I do not know what type of sorcery it is, but see, to hit pan on a blush, frig me, it's so hard. My kind of blush is like a peachy coral. I love it, I'm all over it. And this is just a me blush, absolutely stunning. This is in the shade Pesca, and it is their sunset blushes, by the way, but this is stunning. I've actually been asked recently for like an updated makeup collection, and as much as that seems like a fantastic idea, I'm not going to do it because honestly, the last time I done a makeup collection video, it has not changed. So my makeup collection literally just looks how it did the last time I done a makeup collection video, which I think was only like a year ago or something. But also, come the next month or so, my birthday is in a couple of weeks, less than a week actually, and I'm actually going to be treating myself to the IKEA packs system. So this whole wall is going to be the IKEA packs system, and I'm going to be sorting out and sorting through my makeup collection, my skincare, my hair care, my body products. I'm basically going to be doing and filling all my packs system with you guys. I'm going to be filling it with you. So you will obviously kind of see what makeup I have then, and you're going to get like kind of like a makeup collection video in along with that. So that's also why I'm not going to just do a makeup collection video. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next one.